Hello there everyone, and welcome to another full reveal video. In this one I'll be showing you through the September 2018 washi tapes. So first up we have Watercolor Nebula. Now this is a beautiful and large washi tape. So this is 175mm by 10 meters, and you can see all the beautiful colours that you are going to get in this Watercolor Nebula. So you can use this on backgrounds, on home decor, on anything that you would like, and there is loads of beautiful colours on here if you just wanted to pick up on a few, and as you can see it makes great backgrounds for cards. Next up we have Glitter Flurries. This is 114mm by 10 meters. And this one you're going to get lots of beautiful purpley pink flowers, leaves, and this one does have gold foiling on it, so it's extra special. You can see how pretty that does look. So I've just backed this onto a piece of cardstock before fussy cutting all of the floral elements out and then using them for a partial wreath here. Next up we have Painted Fantasy. This is a beautiful watercolor effect tape. So you can see all the beautiful colors that you're going to get with your flowers and leaves on there as well. This is a great one for backgrounds and to use on all the different projects. Here I've used it just quite simply by backing it onto a piece of cardstock, cutting around my images and then popping them on to create a kind of border for my sentiment. So you can use this lots of times and it's one of my favorites. Next up we have Painted Orchids. This is another beautiful watercolor effect floral tape. So this one has lots of different elements on it, so there's wreaths and lots of floral clusters as well that you can cut around if you would like to. Here I've just used the wreath shape, as you can see here, and I've just popped that onto a piece of cardstock before cutting around it and then adding it as a wreath onto my card and just adding a simple sentiment just to finish it off. Next up we have Galaxy. So this one is 114mm by 10 meters again, and this one is a beautiful galaxy effect paper. So this one, rather than being watercolor, this is more like a photograph, and you're going to get lots of dark blues, a little bit of purple and some blacks in there as well. It's a really pretty one, and it is again great for backgrounds, even with some florals popped onto it to add a little bit of a different effect to your cards. Next up we have Tuxedo. This is a classic and yet very elegant one. So this is 114mm by 10 meters again, sorry. And as you can see, it's a black tape with a white check on it. So it's very classic and very pretty. It works well for lots of projects, especially masculine, but you can use it for feminine here as I have, and I've just added this along the edge of the card before adding some florals to it and a little bit of a sentiment. Next up we have Rainbow Stripes. This is a very fun yet pretty one. So again, this is 114mm by 10 meters. So we have lots of rainbow stripes on here, all in different colours, and it's kind of a marker effect. It's a solid line where the colour is, and it's very pretty. So as you can see, I've just used it just along the edge of this card here. You could use it as a full background if you wanted to, but I did use just to use a partial bit of it, so you can make it stretch even further. Next up we have Pixel. So this one is like a pinky purple, lots of different squares, so it's kind of pixelated, but it is very pretty and can be used for a lot of things. So again, this one is 114mm by 10 meters, and as you can see, I've just used it on the edge, on the bottom edge of my card here, and then added some more florals. Me and my florals. I'm really sorry about adding so many. Next up we have Gilded Ombre. So this one is slightly smaller, so this is 75mm by 10 meters. And as you can see, we have two tones of purple separated by a beautiful gold foiled strip. So this one is very shiny on that gold strip and very pretty. I've just used it at the bottom of this card, and as you can see, I've kept everything else about the card really simple, just to make that washi tape stand out. Next up we have Painted Seashells, and this one is smaller again. So this is 60mm by 10 meters, and you can see all of the beautiful watercolor painted seashells on there, so you could use these for different elements if you wanted to, as I've done here. All I've done is to pop it onto a piece of cardstock and fussy cut round them before mixing and matching them around a sentiment banner there, and I think this looks really cool and could work well on many different projects. Next up we have red ombre, and this one is slightly smaller, so this is 58 millimeters by 10 meters, and we can see that it goes from black to red to pink and to white on the edge there. Here I've used it twice just to make it look fatter, so I've added it once onto my card, then turned it round and added it again, so you can see that you can get a larger ombre look if you wanted to with this tape. Next up we have Pastel Strokes, and this one is very, very pretty. So this one has rainbow strokes in a pastel colour combination. So this is kind of like a watercolor stroke, so it gives a really soft effect to your projects. Here I've just used it twice. I've added it to the top and the bottom at a little bit of an angle, and then added a simple sentiment just to make a quick and easy card, which is also very, very pretty. Next up we have Leaf. So this one is 30 millimeters by 10 meters, and this one has lots of different leaves on it in various shades of green. I've just used this simply on the edge of a card just to add a little bit of depth and dimension, just a little bit of added extra to my focal stamped images. Next up we have sea quotes. This works really, really well with the painted seashells, and there's lots of different images on here, as well as some sea quotes and some kind of sketched waves on there as well. So it's in blue and all the details are in white. So you can use these for sentiments if you wanted to. I've just used it simply here on a piece of cardstock and created a banner sentiment just with one of the elements on the tape. Next up we have Swirlies in pink. This one is 20 millimeters by 10 meters, and it's a really bold pink background with with white swirls on it. Then we have Bubbly Blues. So this one is 10 millimeters by 10 meters, and this is a really cute one. So it's a light blue background with lots of different blue dots on it. Then we have the really cute and pretty dots in maple. So that again, this one is 10 millimeters by 10 meters, and it's a very beautiful yellow colour with the swirls and dots on there. As you can see, these ones work really well together because they're so bold and bright, and I love how they look. Next, but last but not least, is Golden Edge. So this is very, very pretty. This is 5 millimeters by 10 millimeters, and it is a solid gold foiled tape, and it is very pretty, and it's great for adding accents if you'd like to. As you can see, I've just used it on this card just to kind of finish off the edges of where the other washi tape finishes, and you can use it in lots of different ways also. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. We really do hope that you've enjoyed watching the video and that you've seen something that really catches your eye and makes you want to create. Again, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again really, really soon. Bye-bye.